Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is take the viola out of its case. So unhook the latches. Perfect. So for right now, let's just grab the viola. And then we'll worry about everything else. Okay, so with the viola, it's like a violin. It's a little bigger than the violin. Its strings are a little thicker, so the pitches are a little lower. But it's pretty much just a bigger violin. So it has 4 strings. So if you see, it'll have the biggest one to your left right there. That'll be the C string. So go ahead and pluck it from down here. Right, nice. Now let's move to the next one. And that'll be G. Yeah. Now let's go to the next one, and that'll be D. And the final one will be A. So now let's plug them together like this. Great, great, great. So the thing about the viola is that it comes in 2 parts. There's a viola itself, and then there's a bow. And it also has this little thing down here called the chin rest. Not the chin rest. This will go under the viola, and it's so when you put it up here, it's not like impaling the top part of your chest. So the way to put this on is have the viola face down, like on your lap. There you go. But make sure that it won't fall. So on this, there's like a part that rises up. It goes up like this. There you go. So this part is the part that'll go on your left. So the way to put it on is you put on these 2 little latches against, let's turn it around, like that. There you go. And you put it on there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to want to rise it up a little bit. Rise it up the viola. There you go. And then insert the little latches down there. Yep. And then push it. There you go. Until it's tight. Not too tight, but tight enough so that it won't fall down once you... So flip it over, just to make sure it's good. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to want to do is pick up the viola and put it up to our neck. There you go. There you go. And this is the chin rest. That's where your face is going to go. So, does this feel good? Like this?
Yeah.
On your body? Okay. Just
So, how exactly you hold
okay,
it?
right. So the way you hold it is, you're going to want to put it up. So like this is bent a little bit. It's for your chest right here.
Okay.
And then you just hold it up like this.
So like that?
Yeah. Right. So the best way to do it with your hand is like this. Like keep your hand curved a little bit. Like push this down a little bit. There you go. See, what you don't want is like pizza hands. You don't want it to be flat, like holding a pizza. You want it to be curved like this, because that way your fingers are have the least amount of tension, so they'll be able to move the best, like that. So now let's just do. Let's go back to the open string. So me first, and then you. So ready, go together. Good. So what we're aiming for is open string, so make sure that you're not touching any, like the string further down. That way it's open and resonant. Now let's do the next string. Ready? 3, 4. Good. Next string. 3, 4. Good. Last one. Ready, go. Good. So now we're gonna bring it back down a little bit. If you notice, your viola has tape. It has 4 lines of tape going down. And so what that is, it's an indicator of where your fingers are gonna go on that certain string. So let's do the C string, the string all the way to the top. So your first finger, which would be your pointer finger, is gonna go on that first tape. It'll be on the first tape.
On the tape?
Yeah, it's almost like a fret, but it'll go on it.
Okay.
So, go ahead and pluck it. Good. So you don't want to push it all the way down, just like, there you go. Perfect. So now let's do this little exercise. Me first and then together. Ready, go. Good, good, good. So now let's go ahead and put the second finger, the middle finger, on that fret. A little trick that I was taught was that whenever you go from like 1 to 2, you don't want to lift up your first finger, because if you're playing something fast, you're going to have to do this motion if you take it off. So the best thing I do is just keep it there. So all you have to do is pick up the middle finger.
Mm-hmm.
So let's keep that one there, and pluck it. Good. It's going to sound a little out of tune just because these things are, you have to be really precise in order to get them in tune. So good. So now let's do this exercise. Ready, go. Good. So now we're going to move on to the third finger. So it'll be good. It's going to sound a little different, but that's exactly right. So now what we're going to want to do is that same exercise, but with the second and third finger. So it'll go. Ready, go. Good. Okay, so now let's bring it back up to our shoulder up here. And so this is the exercise we're going to do. So we're going to go from open to 1 to 2 to 3. Ready, go. Together. Good. Do you think you can do it by yourself?
I can try.
Okay, ready, go. Good. Okay, so that last pitch sounded a little high.
Mm-hmm.
So the best way to be able to fix that is maybe not put your third finger that high up, maybe a little less back. So let's just work on that, because I know that it's really hard, especially when you're like trying to play a scale.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're off even by a little bit, it'll make the entire thing sound wrong. So let's just go from 2 to 3. Ready, go. Good. Okay, so now let's try that exercise again, and it'll be ready, go. Good. Nice. Okay, so now let's do that with the next string. So pick a string. The next one? Okay. And we'll do the same thing. And again, the fingers will go on the exact same place. You're just playing them on a different string. Ready, go. Good, let's try it again. Ready, go. Good. Perfect. So that's pretty much the gist of how to pluck and play with your fingers. So now let's go back to the case and get the bow out. So this is the most exciting part of the viola. Especially if you're a elementary school teacher or you're a beginning string teacher. So the thing about the bow is that this is made out of horsehair. So you want to avoid touching the strings, because the oil from your hands will prevent you from playing the strings, because the oil will cancel the sound. So the first thing we're going to do with our bow is, if you hold it like this, you're going to want to tighten this to the right, just a little bit. Keep going enough to the point where the bow and the string has a little separation. Let's see. That's good. Perfect. Okay. So from here, the way you hold the bow is with your right hand pinky. You're gonna go to the very bottom, this little peg right there. There you go. So now your middle finger and your ring finger are gonna go on this black part.
This burn?
Yeah, right here.
Okay, there.
Yeah. And then your thumb is gonna go on the other side.
Okay.
Perfect. So now go ahead and move your thumb inside, and then your right pointer finger will just curve over it. Yeah. Your hand does look a little tense. I know that it's probably because you're holding it for the first time and it feels weird. I know that whenever I did it, it felt incredibly weird. So that's what it should look like, and it looks good. Let me see your thumb. Yeah, that looks good. So this is how you hold a bow. Whenever you go up to play a string, what you want to do is you want to aim it to be right here. So whenever you're playing, you don't want it to move down like this, because it creates that kind of sound. So you want it to be precise. So let's get our viola up.
Oh, wait. Think cool.
Okay, that's okay. Hold your bow. And then just flip over the viola. There you go. Okay, good. Here you go.
Thank you.
Alright, so now back to the bow hand. Do you remember, or do you want me to show
I
you
think
again?
it's like that, right? Something like that?
Yeah, that's pretty close. So that's really close, actually. Perfect.
Okay.
So one really quick thing that I just noticed,
Mhm.
when you hold it, you don't want your this part of your finger to be like flat, because again that like increases tension in your hand, and it won't allow your hand to move as freely. So when you want the top part of your fingers to be curved like this, like that. Yeah, there you go. So let's get the viola up. So again, the first to me, the point of this exercise would be to do it right here in the middle, like play it in the same spot like this. Ready, go. Good. So first me and then you. Ready, go. Go ahead. Good. So we're going to want to be able to produce a much bigger sound. So two things that I noticed were that you're doing this really small motion. What ideally you're going to want to aim for a bigger motion like this. And then whenever you're playing on when you put the bow to the string, try to put a little more force, because if you don't, it'll sound like this. It'll sound really small. But you don't want to put too much force, because then it's like that scratchy sound. So just a little bit more force, so it gets like that. Okay, let's try to do it together on that bottom string. Ready, go. Nice. So now we're gonna switch to the next string. So let's do 4 on that. Ready, go. Nice. Okay. Now let's go to the next string. Ready, go. Nice. One more string. Ready, go. Good. So now we're going to do an exercise, and it's switching between the strings. This is a little hard, but the best way to do it, let me show you like this. The best way to do it is when switching, you can kind of see if your bow will hit the other strings, and that's really what you want to pay attention for. So this exercise is going to go like this. Do you think we can do it together?
Yep.
All right, let's start on that string. Perfect. Ready, and good. So that's essentially the way how to switch in between strings. So that was really good. Okay, so for the last part of this video, we're gonna learn a song, but we're gonna learn it in parts, and then we're gonna see if we can put it together. So the first part of this song, it's gonna utilize the fingerings we've learned. So the first part of the song will be like this. So let's go to the biggest string on the bottom, And so, give me one quick second. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna go up to the second tape, and this is a pitch we're gonna be aiming for. Ready? Let's try to find it together. Ready, go. Good, it sounds like we got it. So from here, we're gonna lift up one finger. We're gonna lift up that middle finger, and there you go. And we're gonna have that one down, so it's gonna be like this. So find this pitch with me. Ready, and good. And then the last pitch will be open C. That last one. There you go. Good. Go ahead and do it again. Good. The sound sounds a little small. So I think what's going on is because we're on the last string over here, we're not pushing down with enough pressure, so it sounded small again. So maybe try bowing that one again with a little bit more pressure.
All right.
There you go. Nice. So now let's go ahead and put those three notes together. We're gonna do it in like this. Ready, go. Okay, let's try it again. Ready, go. Good. That first time, it sounded like you just weren't putting enough pressure. That second time, it sounded good. It sounded like the pressure was brought back up in there. So let's do it one more time. Ready, go. Good. You need a little bit more. Perfect. So now the next part of the phrase will be like this. So the notes for that, it'll be open at first. Ready, go. Good. And then the next note will be 1. Good. So now let's do 4 of just open. Ready, go. Good. Now let's do 4 of 1. Ready, go. Good. Now let's do, let's put those two together. So it'll be 4 of open and 4 of 1. Ready, go. Let's start over. It's okay. Try to when you bow, try to bow in the center. If you try to bow too close to this, it'll sound like. So just aim for the center.
Alright.
And again, just a little bit more pressure. Ready, and. Good. So now let's put the first part and the second part together. So it'll sound like this. Okay, do you think we can do it together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's start on 2. Ready, go. Perfect. So now that last part of the song is the exact same as the first part. So it'll be 2, 1, 0. So let's try to do that again together. Ready, go. Good. So now let's put the first part, the second part, and the third part together. Ready, go. Good, good. So now, that was really good. I did notice that as we kept on playing, your your fingers just kind of got flat again. So just try to keep that in mind as you're playing. And then the same thing with your left hand. It kind of became like a pizza hand again, like you're holding up a pizza. So just try to
curve it.
Yeah, it's like the palm of your hand.
Alright.
You don't want it exactly flat, like parallel to the floor. You want it like bend down a little bit.
Alright.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, good. So let's play it again. And this time I'll see if I can give you any more feedback with your hands or your fingers. Ready, go. Good, that was really good. You're learning it a lot faster than I learned it. So now we're gonna end up changing the rhythm a little bit. So it'll be ready? Let's try to focus on that. Ready, go. So I am noticing that your bow is still moving all over the place, and there towards the very end of the that motion, just because we ended up changing the rhythm, it did sound like you were using a little less pressure when bowing. So let's just isolate that. Let's just isolate the bow. So for right now, don't worry about your left hand. So what I do, I just hold the viola like right here when I'm just gonna focus on the bowing. So let's do some bowing exercises. So let's go to this string, and that'll be the D string. There you go. So let's do this together. Ready, go. Good, good. So, did you hear how at the very end it went like this?
Yeah.
There, yeah. So even though you're going into faster notes, you're gonna want to make sure that you're still only bowing that string. So let's try it again, together. Ready, go. Good, good. So now let's same string, but we're gonna change the rhythm up. So it'll be like this. Ready, go. Let's try it again. It's okay. Ready, go. It's okay. Ready, go. Good, good. So now we're gonna do one more rhythm, and on this one, I really want you to emphasize on the fact that you're pushing down. Again, not too hard, because then you're getting that sound. So this will be the last rhythm. Ready, go. Good, good, good. Let's do it one more time. Ready, go. Okay, good, good, good. I think at the very end you're changing the rhythm a little bit. So just listen to it one more time. Ready, go. Good, okay. So that was really good. I think you got the whole pressure thing down. Just a really small thing. You're still sliding your bow down a little bit. So just try to keep it in that super small little box of an area. So go ahead and play the rhythm again. Ready, go. Nice. Okay, good. That's a lot better. So let's go back up to our fingers over here, and let's try to see if we can apply that with fingers now. So it will be on the same string, and we're gonna go open 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. So it'll sound like this. Let's do it together. Ready, go. Did you see how your bow is moving?
Yeah.
Let's try it one more time. Ready, go. Good. That was a lot better. Your bow didn't really move. You were in that little box that we're trying to stay in. So that's really good. Your bow hand looks good. Your left hand looks good. It doesn't look like you're serving up pizza anymore. So now let's just go back to the song. So we're gonna go back to. Ready? Let's see if we can apply everything that we just learned onto the song. Ready, go. Yeah, that was really good. That was a lot better, David. So, now, do you think you'd be able to play by yourself?
I can try.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you'll be able to do it. So just whenever you're ready or however slow you need to go. Good. That was really good. It sounds like you really got it under your fingers. One really small thing that I think will help us a lot. At the very beginning of the song, it did sound like you were doing this. Can't even do it. So basically, what you were doing was it sounded like your bow and your fingers weren't moving at the same time. It would sound like. So what we want to do is whenever we're bowing down, for example, and we're on 2. The moment we stop bowing is when we want to pick up our fingers. So let's do that really slow on those 3 notes. Ready, go. Yeah, okay, now let's do it a little faster. Ready, go. Good, a little bit faster. Ready, go. Good. Try to do it by yourself. Good. And again, just push a little bit more pressure. So go ahead and play the song one more time, all the way through. That was really good. Good job, David. So the last thing we're gonna do is putting the viola away. So basically, we're gonna want to take off this shoulder pad thing. There you go. And then just go ahead and put it on the floor. That's the last thing that goes in the case. So put the viola on your lap. There you go. What you're gonna want to do is unwind this, so twist it to the left. There you go. Keep going. Okay, that's good. So now you're going to want to put the bow back in the case. Perfect. And then we're going to want to put the viola back in the case. There you go. Perfect fit. And so for this last shoulder rest, just go ahead and put it on in there towards the top of the case. So there you go.
There.